Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Pitstop Fracas. Today, joined by your host Richard, and here we're going to do a couple things. Basically, end of season awards. Look back at our 2022 predictions in terms of driver lineup and other little quick predictions that we've done. And yeah, just give you a little something special for over the holidays to hold you guys over. Bonus content, basically. I'm not joined I'm other joined by Mahad. Fucking I can't speak. Mahad, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, brother? You can't speak right now. What's going on?
It's
people that listening on the headphones, it's not like a glitch on that. My man he's doing a mad thing.
Yeah,
I'm all good, man. How you doing?
I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. Recovering from the weekend, had a bit of a heavy one. That's why I couldn't do the season review, but I still up in them YouTube comments. Nobody, had to be on my doing my anger. You know what I'm saying? When the slander about, especially for a certain driver, you know I'll be there, fam. I can't miss that.
You know that.
Come on, you know that, Kunle, how we doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all good now, bro. I'm all good.
Okay.
I'm all Gucci, holding down the fort as we do. Come
on. I hear that still.
You know the thing already. Come on. And other than Kwame, how we doing, brother?
I'm calm, bro, man. I could see you recovered as well for me, adventures during the weekend, bro.
Yeah, but it's my birthday in a week or so. Well, by the time this drops, it'll be a couple of days, but sometimes you gotta celebrate, innit? Apparently we're going back into lockdown and other shit like that, so let's get out the way early, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's not waste any time and let's go straight into our 2022 driver lineup predictions. Now, we done this at basically, I think, pre-season, basically, so around about March time, where some of the cast members did predict who we thought would be in, next year's lineup. And as you can see, in terms of the top five, everyone picked the top five drivers and whatnot, same drivers. Hamilton, Russell, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Colin Norris, and Vettel, Stroll are Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, and Aston Martin, respectively. This is where shit get a bit random, shall we say? Well, maybe for me. So let's have a look. Okay, so a couple of people chose. We have Anik and who was it? No, Anik and Kunle, funny enough, chose Alonso and Gasly. No, so now I'm getting completely wrong. No, Anik chose Ocon and Gasly. I chose Ocon Piastri. Kwame chose Ocon Alonso. Kunle chose Alonso and Gasly. And Sile chose Ocon and Alonso. Well, obviously, we know the official lineup is Ocon and Alonso. So, Kunle, I'm just coming to you. What made you go for Alonso and Gasly for Alpine for next year?
I don't know. I mean, at the time, I just felt like, because that was the time Gasly was in like good form. I mean, that was a stupid pick because like obviously Gasly he's got like a death row contract with Red Bull. Like, I think it's a long term. It's not I thought it like at the back of my head, I thought it was like a seasonal 1 year or 2 year contract that was coming to an end. But I didn't realize that they had him tied down. Like, he's gonna be at the sweatshop for a while. And I felt like Alpine will probably just not put in Ocon there for long term. I thought it was just a short term fix because I felt like they didn't really rate him as a driver. But then I think after that he got the win in Hungary and he got because then he didn't have the new contract yet. Then when we did the prediction, Ocon didn't have that contract yet. No, so it was after that he got the bag. He got the contract, he got the bag, and he's confirmed for next year, which I think is great for him. And we love a man that's from the hood. So big ups Ocon getting the bag. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, yeah, it's not the wildest shot in the world. I did have a feeling he might go there, but I had to say, guys, he was going to go somewhere else. I thought that old man Alonso would have been a bit dusted, and the new youths, Piastri on the block, would have came up, but guess not in it. So such is life. Okay. AlphaTauri. Okay, I picked Tsunoda, Liam Lawson. Anik picked Tsunoda, Albon. Kwame picked Tsunoda, Gasly. Kunle picked Tsunoda, Albon, and Celia picked Tsunoda and Gasly. So, who else picked the Welsh show? Well, Kwame, you got yours right. Sat on. Kunle, back to you. What made you think they were going to bring back Alexander Albon from reserve driver duty?
But man was doing graph drives, man. Like they was working man hard. It was plotting lines, man. But man was plotting lines every weekend. He probably plotted line in Bahrain to say Max didn't have anywhere to go, but go wide to overtake. They probably just didn't say that. He did that. So, you know. And
he was making coffee in Milton Keynes. He was doing every job.
Yeah, he was. So I felt. So the thing with Albon is I felt like Christian liked him a lot. Like if you watch the Drive to Survive, you could tell like Christian had like a soft spot for him. Not as soft as it has for Max, obviously, but and Perez wasn't. Yeah, no pun. No, pause. Perez wasn't really doing it at the time. Man, don't look at me like that. Perez wasn't really doing it at the time either. It was a bit, you know. I felt like maybe, and you know, obviously, I felt like Gasly was going to move on, and they would need to replace Gasly, obviously. And who else than Albon to do that? Albon knows the team. He's driven there before. You know, it's still part of the whole setup. Nothing's going to be really different for him. Excuse me. In terms of setup and team-wise. So, you know, sure, if Gasly is leaving, why not bring in Albon?
Nah, that's just not going mad.
I was going to ask a question. We skipped over Alpine. We skipped over your choice, Richard. You picked Piastri.
Yeah, I did. Well, you know, he was at the time he was the F3 champion, and I seen him because I can't remember if we've done this. Whether it was after, I don't think it was after Bahrain, so I wouldn't have seen him in F2. But
I think this was done after. This was done after Bahrain. The season had already started.
I thought there's a gap in the season. I can't remember when, but like not mid-season, but like the early part of the season.
The season was
like between Spain and Imola, I think.
Yeah. So I've seen. I didn't know who Piastri was at the time, but I've seen him perform in Bahrain and a couple of the other F2 races. And I thought, okay, this kid looks all right. And of course, Alpine brought in a new team principal or whatever from MotoGP, and having a look at his history, he likes to promote people from Moto2 and whatnot. You give youngsters a chance and so on and so forth. So I kind of applied that logic to think he might do that for F1. I thought maybe Alonso would maybe cause some more drama, and then they would just not renew the contract or whatever for next season. So I thought, they might want to go for a bit of a youthful lineup, if you will, with Ocon and Piastri. So obviously that's wrong, but at least me saying Piastri should get a 2022 seat at the start of the season doesn't sound that well now because everyone's saying it. So
he definitely needs one. He definitely needs one. It's an outrage that he hasn't, considering how he's performed the season. So you had a quick early shout from there, You saw the vision.
Yeah. I saw the vision, fam. I saw the vision. Should have came true, but it hasn't. But I don't think it's that much of an L, but we move. Anyways,
it's a bit weird that Piastri is not in F1 right now. Because he basically dusted them in F3.
Mm-hmm.
He bodied them in F2.
Musketon.
And now he's sort of jobless.
Yeah, it was
because obviously, I think there's an F2 rule, you can't defend your championship. Once you win F2, you gotta leave.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people is he better than on the 22 grid right now? He's better than Mazepin, better than Latifi.
Okay,
he's better than Zhao.
Okay, I mean he's beat Zhao.
Who else?
Is he better than Mick?
He might be better. I think he'd be better than Mick.
It might be level.
Yeah, because you know what it is. Go on.
No, I'll say so because Mick, when he's in F2, F3, you need 2 seasons, isn't it? Mick's always guy in the second season. Piastri, back to back, first season rookie, he smashed it. So I'll say Piastri's better than Mick. Piastri, his levels is up there with Leclerc and Russell because they're the only other 2 guys to do it. So he's up there with them, man. That level.
Yeah, because he's basically done what Tsunoda's done, except he's won the championship. So with Tsunoda, you went F4, F3, F2, and that's F1. Piastri's done that, but he's won the championship.
If you put Piastri and Tsunoda in the same car, what do you think you're getting?
I think I've been going off the junior careers. I think you'll get better from Piastri, really.
I don't think Tsunoda is washing Piastri.
I think Piastri.
I think it's tight because one's got one more year experience in F1 in it.
Yeah, it's a bit. So again, I mean, we've talked about this over and over, right? It's not about it, and it's not just the talent anymore, right? It's just, you know, and I feel bad for the kid because, like, again, some people are tied down to some teams for like a long term. You know, you're not gonna get a seat at Red Bull. You're not gonna get a seat at Ferrari. You're not getting Alpine. You're not getting Aston Martin. So what else is there? And the other teams sort of need some sort of financial backing from the driver coming in. And I'm not sure if Piastri has that. So
yeah. It's a shame he doesn't have those big bucks like, you know, Triple Zhao, but yeah, such is life. Moving on to Alfa Romeo. I'm gonna come straight to you, actually, Kwame. What made you go with Nico Hülkenberg and Callum Alott?
Well, Kimi's getting to the age now. I'm not sure Kimi retired or not. Decided now to retire or not because it seems like no one here's got Kimi. So, I mean, obviously we knew Kimi was coming to the end of his career. 41 and his contract. So I kind of felt like Kimi's gonna go. I thought he was gonna go year before, but I felt like Kimi's gonna go. So that was that option gone. And then I felt like Giovinazzi. I don't think he's been the best driver. I feel like Alfa Romeo have been expecting a bit more for him. You know, put my agenda to the side. He's been even with Kimi, who's a 41-year-old semi-retired guy who's just chilling. He expects Giovinazzi, who was, you know, linked to the Ferrari at a point in his career. He's better to do better. So I feel like Alfa Romeo were trying to, you know, similar to what Haas did the previous year with like Grosjean and Magnussen, just do a reset. And I feel like they're going to go for the experienced head and the younger driver. Ilo was under the Ferrari Academy. He still is, but he's now going to IndyCar, so it's a bit of a different route for him. And Nico Hülkenberg's a guy I've always rated. I feel like he's quite consistent. You've seen glimpses of him doing this in the previous year at Aston Martin, getting P4 straight away, despite being out for the majority of the season. So, and he's previously when they were in Sauber at the team, so I feel like that's what we're going to do. But I didn't expect Bottas to go Alfa Romeo, being honest with you, and Zhao. I wouldn't have thought as well, you know, Alpine would, you know, put their driver into a Ferrari power car. So it is what it is. I mean, no one got Bottas or Zhao for their team, so.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. I've done the same as you. I thought Hülkenberg would move to Alfa Romeo and be like the experience said, with maybe then moving Mick Schumacher, because him being a Haas is not under this in the shit show, really and truly. But yeah, he's doing more 24-hour bang up for the next year or so, next to Nikita, and yeah, this game's the game, isn't it? Kwame, I'm gonna come back to you for your Williams shot. You said Bottas and Latifi. Now, Bottas going to Williams wasn't really much of a wild shot at the time because, you know, he'd be essentially swapping seats with George. He'd be going back home, per se, but obviously he decided not to do that. Can I ask you why you thought maybe they'd actually keep on Latifi, basically?
Money, bro. Money, that's fine. Like, guy, his dad owns a company called Safina. If you look at Williams' car, like, that's their majority sponsor in it. So I had the feeling that, you know, Latifi put too much money into the team, they're going to say no to money, bro. So that's why I kept him there. Simple as that. I don't think he's a good driver, personally. Like, ain't really got good skill. Ain't really fast. Ain't really got nothing about him. Just money. And he's a nice guy. He likes them telling Twitches. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah. And last but not least is Haas. Everyone apart from me went for Mazepin and Schumacher. I said Mazepin and Danny Kvyat, just because I heard a little Twitter rumor saying they wanted to overrun Lano, basically, and they were going to get rid of Mick, but obviously that doesn't come to fruition. So, yeah. Oh well.
Richard, you need to stay off F1 shade bar, man.
Sorry, I'm sorry, bro.
Stop following. Bro. You need to get off those accounts that have LM10 in their bios, bro.
Yeah, but he's getting
not F1 ITKs. Don't follow F1 ITKs,
man. I shouldn't follow F1 ITKs.
Nah,
I shouldn't follow the gossip.
Nah, don't follow the gossip.
Bare unverified sources, you know.
Yeah, FNCMZ now. I can't rock with it.
Wait, what's the source, man? I know them personally. Bro.
HHB, bro.
Trust me, bro. Nah, get off them things.
Nah, I know. I want to be the difference in it, but it's an L. I'll take it.
I don't see Mahad's suggestions in this. Where's Mahad's name?
No, because I didn't do it. I
In the episode.
Yeah,
you didn't do it.
Yeah, he was too busy with.
Do you know what's funny about this? Yeah, Kunle and CC basically said Bottas is losing the seat and he ain't getting another seat. He's out of F1. That's the funniest one.
I didn't even go.
You know why? You know why? Yeah, you know why? Yeah, because Kwame is like my voice in like the F2s and F3s and the lower categories, right? So it was bigging up this Icon and Ilot kids. These two kids.
Not Icon.
Right? He was bigging up that he was talking about them too, like possibly on the come up, possibly get F1 sit. So it's like Ilot's probably because it was like Piastri's probably gonna go Alpine, Ilot's probably gonna come into like Alfa Romeo, blah blah blah. Like we knew Kimi was probably gonna like leave or get told to like what, Isai, you've been about for a bit, go rest. I didn't think Giovinazzi was going to leave because, like, up until even last season, Giovinazzi thought he had a chance at the Ferrari seat because it's like Italian, is part of that academy and stuff like that. So I didn't think they were going to bin him straight away. Like, I feel like, Giovinazzi, Alfa Romeo, they have something with sorry about that. My work laptop is on and then the emails are still coming in. I thought Giovinazzi, still has Ferrari links, and Alfa Romeo, they have something with Ferrari, engine and stuff. I didn't see Bottas going to Alfa. I didn't see that happening, but it is what it is, and yeah, it looks. See, I mean, like 3 people had Ilot having a seat this year. I see his name in like 3 places. Even Icon. Maybe only me picked Icon, but Williams. He was testing for Williams. No, he did a test.
Yeah, he's still testing for them right now. He
did. I think did he do a practice session for them this year?
He drove in Sakir, isn't it?
Yeah, he drove.
Yeah, he drove in Shakira.
In Sakir, yeah.
Shakira,
yeah.
Yeah,
Shakira.
Yeah, Shakira. He drove straight lines. He drove straight lines for them. He drove straight lines last year. So.
And he still binned it. I swear he binned it. Or did he crashed?
He did. Because that's how Russell bought.
That's why Russell got a puncture. Yeah, because of him. Yeah.
I didn't think about that properly. Yeah, no way. That he don't have a job in F1. Yeah.
Man binned it on a track that's got 0 corners.
If you're binning it in 0 corners, then you don't have a hope in this job.
Yeah. Can't be wrapping that mid right there, fam. It's a bit mad still. Anyways, let's get on to the more interesting predictions. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a point tally basically of our predictions that we did at the start of the season and see who got the most accurate shit, basically. So let's start off with the easy shit, the top 3 drivers. So we all said Hamilton will be champion. Now, obviously, that wasn't a wild shout. Hamilton should have been champion. Let's not get into that. But fortunately, according to the official FIA books, we got that one wrong. So no one scores any points there. As for the number 2 positions, now some of these are quite obvious, quite normal. 1 or 2 of them maybe a bit interesting. Now, a couple of these men aren't here to face their crimes. So let's just get into the meat and bones of it all. So certain cast members said Vettel will finish P2 in the championship. I'm gonna come to you, Kunle. What's your thoughts on Nam's prediction that Vettel will finish P2 for this season?
Nam, I don't think Nam don't smoke. But Nam does. but Nam was on a different one. He was buzzed. I mean, there's a couple of you, man, that I'm looking at a certain way. Like, you might have Vettel in your top 3. I don't know. Like, they sold you that dream with Aston Martin and Santan Dave. And you man bought it nicely.
I can explain my reasons.
Daniel Craig. Man saw Daniel Craig and got gas.
Aston Martin sold you, man, dreams.
You know what I'm saying? That's Aston
Martin sold you, man, dreams. But, Vettel P2, man, that was a bit brazy. Like, man, yeah. It's a bit... I'm still looking at it like it's...
Bottas P2 is brazy still.
I mean, it's not brazy. Like if you go into the season thinking Mercedes are gonna have the strongest car, it's not. I don't think. I mean, it's still top 3 shout.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's a top 3 shout.
I think if we're looking at the top 3 right here, I think Vettel's the outlier name.
Vettel is the outlier.
Why is his name there?
Vettel and Perez, to be fair, because
Perez
midway, 3 races through the season, I said it my Perez shout is a bit haggy. Like, what was I thinking about?
Oh shit, you ain't even got Max there whatsoever.
I think you ain't got Max. That's why I say no, you ain't got Max there. If you had Max there, okay, cool.
No, to be fair, I thought the Mexican Fittipaldi was gonna show up Max, but yeah, he got put in a pack.
Yeah, Kunle, your shot's a bit mad still. No Max no top 3.
I mean, I had 2 of the top 3 correctly.
No, you did. You did. I can give you props to that. Yeah,
you got Mexican Fisher Keller there, bro.
Yeah. Perez done me dirty this year, man. He disappointed me. I can't believe it.
Kunle, they should know, man. That's Max's team. It's going to be Max's team.
I was riding to the back for Perez, but
you know what Drive to Survive?
I should have listened to Chris when Chris said, "This guy is not it, man. He's not gonna do what you man think he's gonna do in a Red Bull."
Oh yeah, he was on that pod when we did this, and
Chris said it. Chris was free. I remember Chris saying it. Chris was like, "Look, you guys are just gassed because it's Perez. He's going to be up doing recovery all day long because he doesn't have the raw pace in qualifying." And we're like, nah, because he's been driving bad cars. He's not been seeing a decent car. But yeah, you know what, Chris? For this one, you're right. This is the only time I would ever praise you.
Oh my days, man.
Fuck you now. Right, okay. Let's go on who say who get P3 basically. So highlights there, Seb, Checo, Max, Bottas, and just down 4. Me, I can explain my reasoning in it before people want to pipe up. 3, Aston Martin, Racing Point last season, they had the 3rd fastest car. They did last season, I feel. And I thought Seb will come on a remontada thing, you got me? But I wasn't expecting them, to go from top of midfield to the bottom midfield. So, fam, get how you live in it. The game is the game. Checo finished 4th last year. Vettel was the one replacing him. So, I thought it was a reasonable show. But
where did Vettel finish this season?
I think 12th. I think.
Yikes!
So, well, he's in the 7th fastest car, so he kind of beats his expertise. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. I mean, we're gonna compare it.
Okay. Remember I think we put out a tweet last week about who everybody's top 10 drivers are in the season, and a lot of people putting Vettel in there. And my thing is, Vettel himself on the radio said it's been a bad season. So why are fans rating him and he don't rate himself? That's all I want to know.
Because he has high standards.
He knows his shit. He knows his shit. But man are trying to do excuses.
But he's in the shit box. What you want him to do? He left for something. He left for something.
He needed to completely dust Stroll. That's what he needed to do. He needed
to show, man. He got podium, cool. That's it. But I'm telling you, man, it's because fans in the sport make personality over skill.
And it's nasty stuff.
Not me,
don't know about it. Richard's not letting go, man. Yeah, Vettel died in 2018.
I feel like you two are sneak dissing me on the low side. I need to defend myself still. Now you sneak dissing me on my own pod. You mad? Man said I'm a FIA underscore Gail Leclerc or something. Like, nah, man. No.
He's just a fan. He's just a fan, man.
No, I have logic and reason for my picks, so I can't speak for the man still. So go answer to Jake One and Martin, but guess everyone who basically everyone who got someone in the top 3 will get a point, and if you got in order, you're extra points. But obviously, no one got in order because Max was champion in it, so it's what it is.
Certain man didn't believe in Bottas, though. Just gonna say that.
I thought he was going to be 5th. I'm going to be honest with you.
A lot of man didn't believe in Bottas.
So everybody gets a point if you got anybody in the top 3. So I got 2 points.
Yeah,
I get 2 points. So
I'll add it up at the end. Don't worry. I'll add up at the end. So yeah, just letting you guys know. Let's move on to constructors. So most people said Mercedes will win the constructors, but a couple of man said RB. Mahad, you said Red Bull. Celia said Red Bull. Someone else said someone different to them too. I said an tube driver, Nam. He said Aston Martin will win the constructors. Now, even with me, as a fan of Seb, even I said, nah, that's a my thing still. So I'm open the floor up. Does anyone want to speak on why Nam thought Aston Martin winning the constructors would make sense?
I'll try to be logical here. I guess he was probably thinking, obviously Mercedes, we've been having doubts with Bottas' ability to take a driver for a long minute. Red Bull, knowing Nam, he doesn't really rate Max, and Perez was a bit questionable because he's never been in top drive. So Aston Martin, improving on last year where they were third, changing Perez for Vettel, who was a 4-time world champion, them invest a lot of money into the team. Stroll, who's a decent, consistent driver. I guess that's why he thought Aston Martin will come. I think he just thought it was a better partnership than the other two, but even then, I don't know. I can't speak for the man there.
Yeah, but boy,
it's awful. What makes you think they could jump from what? Where were they? They finished behind McLaren last season.
They finished fourth, but
that
really should have finished third. It's like viability thing in it, so. But yeah, fourth to first, like.
Okay, and another thing, when you think about Aston Martin, you have to think about, to win constructors, both drivers need to go in. Was he expecting Stroll to go in?
That must be the logic, yeah.
I just come from a guy who rates Stroll as well. Deep it.
I rate Stroll, but you expected him to be, I don't know, man. Yeah. Stroll and Vettel together ain't beating Hamilton.
Just like, it's not beating Max.
It's not beating Max combined. They wouldn't earn enough points. You need to win multiple races, and both guys need to win races. Is Stroll gonna win the race?
A lot of people had faith in Aston Martin at the start of the year. Wow.
It's also a dream. Trust me, this all.
It's marketing, man. Bro, I remember I read a thing in a magazine, and they had a whole article about Aston Martin, and they were saying, "Yeah, we're the British answer to Ferrari." I was like, "Hold your horses, bro. Hold your horses."
Wow.
I hate Ferrari, but they got fucking heritage. What did it? Don't say you're British answer to them. So there was a lot of hype. Do you know what? We talk about McLaren being PR team. Aston Martin might be PR team,
Well, they had a reason to, because they did have a good car last year. Okay, it was the pink Mercedes, but they did have a good car. It wasn't like we was going from 8th to 1st. Like, do you know what I mean? Then it'll make sense. It's like we're gassed up Williams, because Williams have P now. If man is saying Williams get first construction, then it's like, oh, we're looking at you funny, but there was reason behind it. Okay, maybe the PR a bit, maybe did hype it up a bit.
Did we do this before testing or after testing?
No, we did this during testing. I'm sure we did.
During testing, yeah.
Was it February? No, when was testing? February or March?
Testing was
must have been before, because Aston Martin in testing.
This is before. This is before.
Do you know when this must have been before testing?
Do you know when this was?
Yeah,
when the liveries came out. When the liveries came out. When people started showing their new liveries.
Because boy, if we had done this before testing, I'm sure no one would have asked. If we had done this during testing,
how much man got Aston Martin in their top 3?
Because I'm saying Aston Martin all over the place. Like, it's there everywhere.
Boy, it made sense with the season they had. You said them to go upwards, not backwards. But obviously,
is it British? Is it British bias?
What's saying Brexit means Brexit?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say British bias, man. Like Mahad said, it's just marketing. Man.
Give our jobs back. Yeah. Give our jobs back.
Bruh, it's a bit wild. But yeah.
You know what? If you look at it pre-season, I think even Lando and Ricciardo is a stronger lineup than Stroll and Vettel. So it still don't make any sense.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I rate Stroll. I like Stroll. Maybe I don't rate Vettel enough.
Maybe it's when it's not being a bozo, yeah.
Yeah, when he's not committing crimes against Formula One. Maybe.
Pull up and
There's only all of us only picked 4 teams. That's crazy. Nobody picked Ferrari.
Yeah, don't pick Ferrari.
Yeah.
Not even die-hard Ferrari fan, Annie? Wow.
Go jail.
That's him. Boy. Some Ferrari fans, they are. Yeah, Martin. Let's move on to number of safety cars then. Boy, and someone actually got it absolutely spot on, you know. Someone managed to get it spot on. Kwame?
Really?
You got a spot on 22, yeah?
Oh, mad.
Oh, shit.
I'll take that.
Kwame got it absolutely spot on.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
There was...
Hey, big Massey, man. Big Massey, man, for that.
But say, yo, shout out Massey. Shout out my dog, Massey.
Hey, you know what? I feel like he this season compared to the season before, he used safety cars less. He was red flagging a lot of races instead of
those red flags. There was more red maybe because like the accidents were like worse. Or positioning of the crashes. Yeah.
A lot of power.
22.
Yeah, so there was 14 safety cars and 8 virtual safety cars. So put together. Yeah, you got spot on. So what I'm gonna do, because obviously it's a bit obviously because it's a bit of a difficult number to guess. What I'm gonna do is, Kwame, I'll give you 3 points because you got absolutely spot on. Anyone else who got it maybe 1 or 2 within, I'll give you 2 points, 1 point. So if you got 21, 23, give you 2 points. 20, 24, whatever, give you 1 point. You know, to make it a bit further because you know, not all of us can be dodgy like Kwame. So yeah, but well done, Kwame. You know. Let's move on to the next slide, and that is what race will the championship be won on? Now, a lot of us said Brazil, Australia. Obviously, Australia got cancelled, so yeah, it's a bit peak. A couple people said Mexico. Someone got it absolutely spot on, but they're not here with us anymore. Ola, he said Abu Dhabi, and it was decided in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, fair play to him. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, that's all us in the mud. Yeah. No one got it right, so moving on swiftly. Yeah, no points for us.
I mean, Brazil was close, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
Brazil was like two before the end, right?
It was Brazil, Qatar,
four
Jeddah,
before the end.
Abu Dhabi.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though,
it wasn't
in season though, like Australia didn't happen, and they added Saudi Arabia, they added Qatar. So
Australia was where Qatar is what replaced Australia. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all us in the mud, isn't it? So, yeah. Fastest pit stop award. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Red Bull. You know, pretty much everyone said Red Bull apart from Tariq and Anik. They said, Tariq said Williams and Anik said Aston Martin. I don't know why he picked Aston Martin. That's another wild shout. I can't lie to you, unless he's got somehow pit stop telemetry to say but. Yeah, I don't know about that man there still. So that's a point to most of us. That's supposed to point most of us. So
no, man. Like at least Williams, like their pistols are a bit. They're usually like second or third fastest, but Aston Martin.
Yeah, they're usually second, isn't it? Usually second place. Williams.
Yeah, anything that good out at the moment, but yeah. Anyways, next question: which driver will lose their seat before the end of the season? Well, this one's a bit skewed, but. I meant mid-season.
I mean, Celia got it though.
I kind of meant mid-season, but I'll give end of the season.
No. No, hold on. Are we saying the person's been kicked out of that seat during the season, or
like a Albon thing, basically?
Like an Albon thing.
Yeah, but I noticed. Yeah, so I'll give it to the end of the season. Maybe people read us that as well. So,
but then you could say got it right. Yeah, COVID, isn't it? So
yeah. Kimmy's retired, and so he's not.
No, Celia. I think Celia's one's the most.
Yeah, Kimmy don't count. Kimmy don't count.
Celia's got it.
Yeah, Celia's got it. Yeah, Celia's got it.
Yeah, she got Gio. Like spot on.
Absolutely spot on. Could you can count Bottas? You got
hold on. I no, because technically Bottas. No, did Bottas lose the seat? He did.
But he still has a job though.
No. Not
the way it got announced.
Formula One.
Okay, the way it got announced.
Their seat.
The way it got announced was Kimi retired, Bottas took the seat, then Giovinazzi got dropped. No?
Yeah. Giovinazzi got dropped.
So technically, Bottas got dropped.
But no, Bottas moved teams. He didn't get dropped.
I don't
know.
No.
In
the
way it was announced is Bottas would be joining.
Like it's a transfer, basically.
It's a transfer, basically. His contract's coming to an end. He would be joining that team. Gio didn't even get a renewal,
To me, it looks like he got fired. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, no, I say he got let on the free innit? And then
he got let go on a free transfer. Basically.
Yeah, the Alfa Romeo signed him on the free. So
I'll give that one up still. Give it to CC. I'll give it up.
Yeah, Gio definitely.
Gio
definitely.
Gio, it was a great show. Great show. Next one, will George Russell scored a point? You all said yeah, and yeah, he scored hella points, didn't he? Got a Fugazi podium in a Spa, and then scored some TS points in Hungary, and then yeah, I can't remember what else he scored points at, but yeah, obviously got that thing right. We don't need to go into an explanation, but yeah,
he did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do, innit? He did what he had to do. Next one, how many drivers will get a podium? Someone yet again got absolutely spot on, and that is Kwame.
Yeah. Kwame's, hey, you're rigging the thing, bro.
Kwame rigged the thing.
Kwame got it absolutely spot on. 13.
He works for the FIA.
Yeah.
Boy.
No. This one actually had logic in it because I think last year was 12, and basically I just counted up each of the teams who I thought he would get a podium essentially. So yeah, this one there's logic. The other one I just guessed. I can't lie.
There was at 4 guaranteed at least. It's guaranteed 4 people. You know, both Mercedes and Red Bulls. That was good. That was always going to happen.
Yes, that's it. I know because I was thinking Alpine.
I definitely thought it was going to be over 10.
I
definitely thought it was going to be over 10. Just because all these strange type of podiums happen, man. Especially when there's red flags in that.
True.
Actually, no. I was thinking top 6, then +1, essentially.
I thought to be fair, I thought top 2 teams +4. Like, I didn't think any of them were going to do anything crazy compared. But some of these podiums have like weird taxes on them, though.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. Don't worry. Your team's working again. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. Singman off.
Yeah, I can't. George Russell's got tax still, but
George Russell's podium's got tax on it. Ocon and Alonso podium too got tax on it.
So Ocon definitely.
Ocon's got tax. Alonso's got tax. Who else got a podium?
Why has Alonso got tax?
Vettel as well. No, Alonso. Vettel as well. You can say he got tax.
Alonso. I don't think that podium means that Alonso got.
That's fair enough. In Qatar, fair enough.
It was Qatar. Was it Qatar or Jeddah?
It was Qatar.
Qatar, yeah.
No, I didn't rate that. He didn't do anything spectacular though.
He dunked on Gasly at the beginning, and then he drove fast pace throughout the whole race, man.
Yeah, I guess.
So lads, things moving mad. Kwame, well done. You obviously got absolutely spot on again, 13 points. So
Kwame's dunking on everyone, bro.
Boy, as I said, I'll give a leeway for people who got anywhere between 11 and 15 points. So Martin, Chris, a couple of people still. Let's move on to the last slide as well. What driver will complete the fewest number of laps? And that was actually, who was that again? Fewest number of laps. Shit. Mazepin, yeah. He actually completed fewest number of laps. So, yeah. A couple of people got that right still. So, I did Kunle, Tariq, Kwame again. God damn. Nam.
Kwame's eating, man.
Yeah, Kwame's eating good.
Kwame's eating good still. He's eating good. What driver will get the most penalty points? Now, there's actually someone who's got a bit of stock in him as well. We actually got this, and that is none other than Yuki Tsunoda. He managed to get 8 points, which is a bit of a mad thing still. You know,
FIA is racist.
What was the top 3?
FIA is racist, bro. Why is Yuki?
Who was the top 3? I think it was. So Yuki got 8. I think Lewis might have got 6.
I think Max got.
And then
I think Max got.
Max. Yeah, I think Max got like 7.
Max got a load of points in these last 4 races.
Someone tweeted something about penalty points the other day on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people, that's kind of skewed because some people get their points taken off after a certain amount of time.
Yes, that's the problem. But this is only counted for this season, so I didn't count anything that you've done last season because.
Because like Max had no points until we got to Brazil, and then he started getting bare points.
Yeah.
And then I think Tsunoda got like 4 points in Austria alone. Could he kept on going over the pit line? He got 4 points in one race, which is amazing.
Yeah,
and then he got points for the Stroll incident in Brazil, which is a joke. It wasn't even his fault.
Yeah, that's absolutely mad. Yeah, that definitely wasn't his fault, to be fair, but yeah, he's been lucky still. You know, your boy's been pulling up and crashing a lot, hasn't he? Mahad, Paul.
No,
Get out your living it. Get out your living.
He don't pull up and crash. He's just a bit rushed. He's just a bit raw in it. That's it. He makes mistakes. You'll come good next year, man. Don't about Yuki, man.
Boy, game is the game. Get out your living it. Bottom 3 drivers. Now, that was Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, and certain man's boy, Giovinazzi. That's an order, by the way. So, yeah, Mazepin 20th, Mick Schumacher 19th, Giovinazzi 18th. So, I don't think anyone got that absolutely spot on, but a lot of people did get 2 out of 3.
I think the last column's Cici, and she got all 3. No, did she get all 3? No, she didn't.
No,
she didn't put a Schumacher in. Yeah, she got Latifi there. But she got Giovinazzi.
Yeah, she put Latifi.
Yeah, so
actually, who's Kunle? You had Latifi.
I had Mazepin and Gio in the right places, but Latifi is the.
Yeah, I put Latifi there instead of Gio, man.
Oh, I don't know how Latifi got points, man.
Yeah, no one got it absolutely spot on, but 2 out of 3 is calm still.
2 out of 3, yeah.
Gio getting 18th though is shocking, to be fair.
Yeah, do you know what that is? That's a Formula E type beat.
Hold that.
It's got to hold that.
Yeah, Mart, hold that B. Go get your boy. Mad. Anyways, Kunle, you're on mute.
I said, I don't know why Kwame's got Geo agenda. It's a bit weird. Like, where did that?
Because of Mart.
That's like a random agenda to have. Like, it's just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's because of Mart, man.
Boy, God, how you live, fam. And the last one is Most Driver of the Day Awards. Now, I think only one person got this right, yeah? And that's actually Mart. It was actually Checo with 4, to be fair. Yeah, Checo managed to get 4 Driver of the Day Awards.
Yuck! What the hell?
4? How?
Wait, Richard, what races, man?
He didn't even have 4 good. I don't think.
Obviously, he got good. Baku, obviously.
Stat pad.
Mexico.
Stat pad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not big. The other 2, I don't know. I couldn't be asked writing down. So sorry. Yeah, I just wrote down Checo for it. Sorry, B. Game is the game. B. Did I write down actually? No, I didn't. No. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, there's only Martin got that one steal. So yeah, that's it really. I'll tally up all the points, and I'll pass it over to you, Mahad, to do the award things, give out the Oscars and thing. So yeah, it's all on you, brother. Me, bro.
No, we got to do our awards for the drivers this season first.
Oh shit! Yeah. Do you want to do that? Because I'm not.
Okay. No, Richard. So, listeners, what we're going to be doing now is our awards for the season, for the 2021 season. So we got driver of the season. We got Mazepin Award, which is basically the worst driver. We got the most improved driver. We got team of the season, and we got driver of the season. So we'll do driver of the season first. I'll go with you, Richard. Who was your driver of the season?
Driver of the season. I would actually go before Max Verstappen. He's every race he's finished in the top 2 apart from Hungary. Unbelievable consistency from him, to be fair. And yeah, he's been the most consistent driver on the grid. You know, some people may say Norris, but since Sochi, he kind of fell off. So I don't think there's anyone that's been more consistent than him, to be fair. And he also broke the podium record. I think the podium record was 17 or 18 podiums in the season. So that just speaks to his consistency. So yeah, I'll give it to him still.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that podium record's a bit fugazi because of Spa. But apart from that, he would probably got it anyway if that race went ahead, to be fair. So, outstanding season. Kunle, who was your driver of the season?
For me, driver of the season, Lewis Hamilton. He had too many incredible drives this year. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if anyone said Max, because Max had a great season. those 1-2s, like basically he didn't finish outside the top 3. And looking at Lewis's season as well, like, as crazy as Max's season was, like, no one else, Lewis's wasn't that bad either. The only time I think he finished outside, apart from Monaco, the only time he finished outside the top 3 was, what's it called? I think Turkey, when he had an engine penalty.
Yeah, Turkey, yeah.
Yeah, Turkey. So, if you're going to say the Max's season was brazy, then I think Lewis's season was also, he had a lot of clutch moments, and I feel like he made less mistakes than Max too, personally.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shout as well. I think Lewis, one of his best seasons, considering that he was kind of hampered as well by his own team and the situations he was in. He done extremely well. Kwame, who is your driver of the season?
I like to agree with Kunle. I'll say Lewis as well. Just for the fact, how he came back, how he handled the situation. Like Kunle said, he's clutched a lot of times, and a lot of times he's in deficit to Max, 20, 30 points, and he is still in contention. And just his run towards the end from Brazil to Abu Dhabi, like that from what he had to do at the beginning of the season to come back, it was amazing. Obviously, you got to give it credit to people like Maxwell creating a good battle. Also, drivers like Science and Norris, who best of the rest, consistent. But yeah, my choice is going to be Lewis for the season.
Yeah, that all makes sense to me. And it would be a worthy winner if we did put a poll out there to decide. I think I'm going to go for Max Verstappen, so we've got a split vote here. So we're going to have to put that to the people. All the reasons Richard said. I just think the consistency is insane. Don't think I've seen that from a driver in a very long time where you're just getting... He's a P1, P2 merchant. That's all he knows. So even in the races where, okay, look, Lewis put him in a pack, the guy's P2 comfy every single time. So apart from the terrorism in Hungary and what happened in Silverstone, the guy's P1, P2 or DNF. That's what he's on. So I think if he continues to be like that, or if the car's in the way that it is, he's gonna have an insane run of podiums. But yeah, I think if we're just talking about sheer performance, I think Max has done outstanding this season. So the next award, this is the controversial one. Some people are gonna get upset. The Mazepin Award. This is the person who had the howler this season, absolute howler. Richard, I'm gonna come to you first. Who are you gonna give the Mazepin Award to this year?
Boy, this is a guy I've got a bit of stock since still, and I thought he's been a massive, massive disappointment, to be fair. In terms of value for money, he's been an absolute disgrace. Man's running around, fucking Leclerc's backyard chatting everyone on these streets and you're getting lapped by your teammates. But I've got to give it to Daniel Ricciardo, fam. Yeah, I've got to give it to him. He's been absolutely horrific this season. I know he won a race, it was a good performance in Monza and whatnot, but for me, that's the only standout things he's done all season. There's been a lot of times we've been getting knocked out of Q1 and Q2, being getting hand up by Norris pretty much all season. He had a bit of a remontada a little bit, second half of the season, but not much for me to say, oh yeah, he's had a decent season. I think if you're paying a guy, 16, 18, whatever, 20 mil a year, you expect him to perform a lot better than what he has been doing anyway. Because if he did perform, then McLaren would have wrapped up P3 comfy in the Constructors, but they haven't because Danny Rick doesn't want to pull his weight. So, yeah, I'm expecting big things from this season, but other than that, he's been value for money. He's been horrific. I'm sorry, but yeah.
That kind of saddened me to hear this kind of stuff. But you know what? I've been on him all season. He's been awful, man. What can I say, man? He better turn up next season or he's out the door. He might be a candidate for mid-season out the door if he carries on. But yeah, Kunle, who is your Mazepin Award going to?
I think on the end of the season review part, I think we asked this question, and my answer's still not changing. It's still Danny Rick. For all the hype that Danny Rick came with, Honey Badger, blah blah blah. And don't get me wrong, I like Danny Rick. But I was onto Danny Rick from literally the start of the season.
You was the first one.
I was the first one.
Yeah, you was
100%.
Yeah.
You was like race 3. You was on him.
Streets was calling me a hater. People said I was a hater. They said I was hating. They said, give him time, let him sink into the car. But I feel like when McLaren had the car to compete for podium places, he was getting lapped by his teammate. And ultimately, if you look back at those races, he sort of cost McLaren P3 in the championship. Yes, he won a race. Whatever. I feel like if they let Norris push, Norris could have won that race. But for every other time, apart from, if you look at Danny Rick's year, they're like, you don't see a standout apart from Monza. Compare that to his teammate. Even though he made that mistake in Russia, they still remember for him leading that race almost comfortably. Like Lewis was pushing like mad, but he was holding his own down. So yeah, for those reasons, I like Danny Rick. Like I feel like he on his when he gets it right. I don't know if he's ever going to get it right again, but when he gets it right, he's an incredible Formula One driver. But yeah, this season for the machine he had and the performances he put up, it wasn't it for me. It wasn't it.
Yeah, it's been an awful season for Daniel Ricciardo and those Daniel Ricciardo fans. To those people that I remember back in the day when we first started, we did a lot of clubhouse rooms. We used to discuss Formula One in there. If anybody remembers us from back then, we were like the early pioneers of F1 clubhouse rooms. All the people that used to argue with me saying Danny Rick's better than Max Verstappen, old that. Because they're not level. They're nowhere near each other. Stop that. Well, I was telling you, if Ricciardo went to Red Bull, he'd get put in a pack. Look what happened. He got put in a pack by Lando. So let's not even do this anymore. Kwame, who's your Mazepin Award going to this year?
To be honest with you, like there's actually not much drivers out there. Most drivers had a decent season. I can only think of two top of my head, innit? And you guys already said one of them, so I'm gonna go with something different. If you know what I'm talking about, it's a bit obvious what I'm talking about. But Antonio Giovinazzi, man, it's been a 4 year. You lost your role in Alfa Romeo. You got 3 points, bro. You got 3 points. You came 10th in Monaco, which is a bit of a step pad, and you got 9th in Saudi Arabia again, bit of a step pad. Other than that, you're bottom 3, bro. Kimi got 3 times the amount and +1 of the points you got. Latifi got twice the amount of points as you and +1. Bro, it's been a bad year, man. People were saying Ferrari shouts. People were saying this guy should be back in, Leclerc or Sainz or whoever. This guy is not even worth the second seat at Alfa Romeo, man. Come on, man.
You know what? Yeah, he's been putrid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even back it. I can't even disagree with it. He no longer has a seat in Formula One for a reason. And those people that are out there feeling sad, Giovinazzi hasn't got a seat anymore. Well, listen, I'm tired of mediocrity. Let's get this out. Get these guys out of it. There's people out there like Oscar Piastri, they ain't got a seat. People like Hulkenberg, they ain't got a seat. And then you got my man taking up seats. Formula E is calling for you, my friend.
But he's got to have to, you know. He's got to have to.
He's got to have one man.
That man we don't speak of still.
All right, I'm going to go for somebody different. Yeah? My Mazepin Award is going to the old man that drives at Aston Martin, Sebastian Vettel. It's time to go, man. It's time to retire, man.
Shameless, man.
It's time to retire, man.
Why? It's time to retire. Why, Seb?
Listen, you're supposed to be leading the team properly, even if you're in a car that isn't sufficient. Like I said this before. I said Sebastian Vettel always needs perfect conditions to perform well. You don't, bro, can you just consistently get points finishes, please? Even if it's P9, P10, can you get it, please? Because the amount, how many top 10 finishes did he get? 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 5 in the season. This is outrageous. Stroll got more than you.
Boy,
Stroll got more. This is a P2 tax. You got a P2. You got a P2 in Baku. That's the majority of his points. Are you insane? This guy is being coasting, and people he's just getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it. I'm watching. Others are watching. Others ain't watching because they got, like Kwame said, they think about personality over ability. The guy don't have the ability anymore. It's gone. Yeah, Leclerc put him in a pack 2 years in a row. Stroll nearly packed him, but that P2 saved him. The guy is finished. I'm seeing stuff on the timeline saying, yeah, he'll be look how much knowledge he's got. He's good. He'll be the next Niki Lauda when he retires. He'll be an F1 for a very long time. They're already retiring a man. And he ain't winning the championship no more. He ain't gonna be competitive no more. I might even say he might not win a race in F1 anymore. How about that? It's time to pack it up.
Scap still.
I'm just letting you know that.
I mean, that's not a crazy shot that he's not winning in F1 anymore, though.
Yeah, really. I can't.
It's not really a crazy shot.
And listen, 2023, we're out here, fam. Don't wait on it.
Oh, you still got Aston Martin stocks, yeah? I'll say no more.
Listen, bro, we're making sounds, bro. Couple Magdons, couple Red Bull, don't say nothing, bro. But listen, that's your opinion, innit? So
that's my opinion. That's cool, my opinion, innit? Most improved award, Richard. Who's the most improved driver of the season?
It's kind of torn between Ocon and Norris, really. I've seen a lot of Ocon shots in timeline, to be fair, and that does kind of make sense. But Norris, he's had a really good season as well. I'll be a bit different. I'll say Ocon. Yeah, I'll say Ocon. To be fair, I think a lot of people thought Alonso would put Ocon in the pack, but that has not been the case, really, to be fair. At least Ocon can say he's won a race this season, to be fair. And he almost got more podiums than my man. And in terms of quality, they're 11-all. They're the only duo to draw in terms of quality results, really and truly. So, that's sorry for people who didn't maybe think Ocon's a bit mid or he's not all that, to be fair. So, and I think there's only like 15 points between them in the stands as well. So he's had a good season, to be fair. He's had a good season. Yeah, so I'll probably give it to him, to be fair, but Ocon. He's been a lot more consistent as well. A lot more consistent.
Yeah. Can't disagree with that. Kunle, who's your most improved driver of the season?
Bando baby for Lando Norris. I feel like he improved himself in qualifying. He showed racecraft when it mattered. He got better with his racecraft. He got props from the GOAT, as he's a great racer. And yeah, he basically batted up his teammate. One of the, that was one of the few teammates gaps that was like, that you wouldn't have expected that ended up happening. Like, he batted him up in the race and qualifying. Yeah.
Yeah. Kwame, who's your pick?
Going for same as Richard, my fellow Alpine driver. We'll give it to Esteban Ocon. Esteban's interesting for me because before this, it's weird. Like it's Force India days. I rated him a lot because he was level with Perez, and from back then people were saying how good Perez was. They were very even. Then he had a year out. Then came back to Renault, and the guy was just mid last year. Man, I can't lie with the car. He was just mid. And I was thinking, is it the same guy? Is he flopped? I was, close to putting an agenda on him. I was thinking, same level with Stroll. This year he's came back and he's back to his old self, consistent in the points. Even with Alonso, who some people consider their ghost. Even, he's doing a good job, and I think he can improve even more next year. He had a good run towards the end of the year as well. After Mexico City, the decent races, back to back points. His first dub as well. I think he can lead the team.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ocon had a great season. For me, I'm picking Pierre Gasly. Extremely consistent throughout the season. Carried AlphaTauri in his back. Amount of times he finished in the top 6 was ridiculous. Qualifying as well, insane. Had a little bit of a bad patch just after Spa. But for the majority of the season, he's just been up there every single time, and he's putting that car in places where it shouldn't be in terms of the ability of the car and even the strategy going against him in his own team. Them guys don't even know what they're doing. So, I'm going to give it to Pierre Gasly because it looks like he's improving every year.
Yeah. But then, I didn't pick Pierre Gasly because, he's shown he can win a race, right? And he's also shown he could get podiums in that car in the past. So, it was just about, for me, it felt like just continuing what he had done before. Nothing crazy, but It was still right there. He didn't drop his levels, but I don't think he went up astronomically either.
I think for me, the thing I was looking at was the consistency, because obviously that's one thing that if you're going to be a top level driver, you need that consistency in there. And I don't think that was there in previous years. And then this year he's managed to always get himself in the conversation with him getting to Q3 and getting good positions in the race. So adding that consistency back, kind of like what Max Verstappen did. Max Verstappen, he proved that he can win races and stuff like that. But this year he's been way more consistent, especially in qualifying and getting P1s. So that's an improvement from last year. But I can understand why everybody else picked like Lando and Ocon, because obviously they made huge jumps, especially Lando, I think, because Lando weren't doing this before. He weren't doing this last year, the year before.
I think Pierre Gasly, he did, like, thinking about it, he had this run of brazy qualifying where he would probably be P5. He was out qualifying cars that were faster than him, or cars that would naturally be faster. But then also, like, I don't know, is that Alpha Tauri car that bad? Or
it's got the Honda engine in it,
so I mean, it's got, like, yeah. So
we'll see. Team of the season, Richard. We'll keep this one snappy. Who's your team of the season?
Merck, to be fair, they won the Constructors. Obviously, there was this thing, Bottas, even though he's had a bit of a mixed season, he basically done his thing as well, to be fair. So, I'll give it to Mercedes, for, 8 Constructors in a row, you must be doing something right if you're doing that, aren't you? So, give it to Mercedes.
I don't know about Mercedes.
They got a strategy to sometimes.
They've been working against Lewis all season, man. I got a legenda against him. Kunle, who's your team of the season?
Team of the season. I mean, I don't want to call it Mercedes or Red Bull, because, naturally they're like the 2 fastest cars, and I feel like this goes against everything I believe in, and it goes against everything I support. But unfortunately, I'll give the team of the season to
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I know.
It'll get clicked.
You don't have to say it, bro. You don't have to say it. You know what it is.
I'll say it for you, bro, because I'm going to say them anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I go back to you, Kunle? I'll come back to you.
Yeah, let Kwame say it first.
I'll say it, man. With deep regret as well, I'm a Venusian guy as well. I give it to Ferrari, man. I give it to Ferrari. I can't lie. They've improved a lot this year. I don't know what they've done. I don't know if they've done it legally. I don't know if they vetoed something behind the scenes or what. But from the prediction of them not being a top 3, for them to get certified top 3, they done a good job. They improved a lot. They were consistent as well, especially towards the end of the season. Sainz had a great season. Leclerc had a good, decent season. But they were very, consistent and in the same level. And, certain tracks, they were, quite fast in qualifying, the fastest. That wins in, Monaco, for example. Oh, they could have had a win in Monaco. So we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, they had a good year this year.
Kunle, have you decided, or are you just going to just say whatever Kwame said?
Unfortunately, I'll go with the Scuderia La Ferrari. Say what you want to say about Ferrari. Say everything, anything negative about them. I feel like they had, like, the most balanced pairing of drivers this season. And, it was quite evident in the late results when they got the car together and they were doing everything right. The drivers were not finishing far off each other position-wise. You didn't see a huge discrepancy between them at the end of the season either. And they managed to secure a third in the championship. They were able to bring upgrades. They made their car better. Like, they were one of the few teams that made the car better as the season went by. Red Bull brought upgrades. At some point, Mercedes brought an engine upgrade. But you could tell with Ferrari, it was like incrementally, they were getting better. And, so unfortunately, I'll go with Ferrari.
I'm not saying Ferrari. I will never say Ferrari. This is 20-year hatred. So I'm not saying Ferrari. I'm not going to say Mercedes either. I've got an agenda against them. I'm not going to say Red Bull because you've blown Constructors the fastest car, so that's a stinker. So I'm going to say Alpine. Fuck it. They got Ocon a win. They got Alonso podium. They nearly got
Agenda.
on another podium
Agenda.
in Saudi.
Agenda over facts. Agenda over
Agenda
facts.
got-
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen.
Agenda
Alpine,
over
man.
facts.
Alpine.
I respect it. I respect
You
it.
know what? Alpine look quick towards the end of the season as well. So I don't know
for sure,
whatever they're doing to the engine. They look quicker. So we'll see what they bring out next year. But yeah, shouts to Alpine, man. Name rebrand, done your thing, man. Beautiful car, L plan on the back, on the spoiler. They know what they're doing, man. On the rear wing. Last question, last award that we're going to give for drivers is the drive of the season. So this is the single performance, single race where a driver did completely like out of this world performance. Richard, who you going for?
I've got to give it to Lewis in Brazil, you know, fam. That shit was just crazy. I'm going to count sprint qualifying as well, because that's basically a race in a way. So, yeah, fuck your former. Yeah, I've got to give it to Lewis in Brazil. You know, going from P20 to P5, you know, absolutely mental. And then go from P10 to P1. And then, yeah, just dominating all weekend, basically. So, yeah, performance of the season, driver season, yeah, Lewis in Brazil. So, yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer. Is everybody going to pick Lewis in Brazil? Kunle, Kwame, you picking Lewis in Brazil?
Yeah.
If Brazil didn't happen, I would have given it to Lewis in Spain. If Brazil didn't happen. But
no,
yeah,
if the Brazil didn't happen, I would have gave it to Styria, Max.
Oh, Max
He
was
was taking the piss. Because he was just taking the piss.
That was a violation.
But yeah, I think we don't even need to go over that. Richard said everything he needed to say about Brazil. Lewis, outstanding performance. I think I haven't seen a performance like that in a very, very long time in Formula One.
But here's disqualified. When I saw that, I thought, man, out of the race. Man was disqualified.
I thought the race is over. I thought it was over. I thought it was like the title race was over. Because Max wins Brazil, like I said yesterday, like I said on the last pod. It's over. Absolutely over. So that is the definition of Davido recovery. That race.
Yeah.
Recovery.
Yeah. Recovery.
All right. So now we got our in-house awards. Those people that have been waiting. We did a little internal poll amongst the cast, just to see who's got what, basically. So we've got a lot of different categories. I'm going to go for the first category, most wheel knowledge. The person with the most wheel knowledge at Pitstop Fracas on the cast and has been voted the smartest guy, the guy that knows everything about Formula One, is Kwame. Kwame, you won the vote. How do you feel? Give us your acceptance speech.
Appreciate it, guys. It means a lot, to get the award of most wheel knowledge. I'm buzzing. I'm gassed. Want to thank my mom and my dad. Want to thank God for giving this knowledge. Just want to thank everyone, man. I feel my guys back in End as well. Back in Queen in London Road. Them guys doing 90 down to 20. Much we call them man out there, man.
Oh Lord. So Kwame, you are now the fountain of knowledge. I expect you to go apply for a job at the FIA because you need to sort them regulations out because they are not making sense. But yeah, congratulations, Kwame. Most wheel knowledge on Pitstop Fracas. Don't argue with the guy on the timeline. He knows what he's talking about. Feel me? Next award. I'm going to need you guys' help here because the next award's a bit sticky. Yeah, the next award is the worst agenda. Who had the worst agenda on Pitstop Fracas this season? Yeah. So the question specifies just worst agenda, like particular agenda. But we've got guys that have been voted for multiple times for different agendas. So the head, so it's weird. I don't know whether we should give it to the guy that's got the most votes for different agendas.
Who's got the most votes for different agendas?
It's a tie between Anik and Mars. But they have multiple agendas.
That's surprising.
Is it surprising?
Is it? Nah.
I mean, I expected Nam and Max to be there somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's get this up. Let's get this up so we can look at the particular agendas that were voted the worst agendas. So we have, where is it? Sorry, guys. Sorry, listeners. My phone is moving very slow. So the worst agenda. So one of them is for Martz with his team collusion agenda. That's brand new. That's fresh off the press. That's from Abu Dhabi. You know what I mean? And it's already been voted as one. Anik Sir Lewis agenda. As you may know, he had a Sir Lewis agenda. He got voted 3 times actually, just for that particular agenda. But then Anik got voted all of his agendas. Every single one of them is a bad agenda. And there was one about Latifi as well, so that's fresh off the press as well. Mark's George Russell agenda. We've got Mark's GeoHive, just GeoHive. Just that even the existence of GeoHive is a bad idea. So yeah, they're 5-5 in votes. So I'm gonna let you guys do the split. You guys have the decided votes. Who are we going for? Who's got the worst agenda on Pitstop Fracas?
You might have to share the awards still.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to pick between them.
All right,
they both had nice.
And it Mark, go back to the drawing board. Next season, you need to have better agendas. Because none of them
GeoHive is ridiculous, man.
Fam, ridiculous.
GeoHive is
ridiculous.
And both of them held Con on the pod as well, right? We put both of them to Con.
I put both of them on the pod, bro.
We put both of them. They deserve to share.
They have to share the award.
They have to share, man. At this point,
you know how people are saying Max. See how people are saying Max and Lewis should share the awards. Share the championship.
They should share.
Yeah. No Olympic thing in it, where the brother's like, let's get gold together. That's easy, man. Just get gold together, man.
Okay, so what agenda has landed? This is the next award. Who had an agenda and it actually landed? So the one with the most votes is Nam. Bottas is a dangerous driver. That agenda has landed. Kunle is disgusted right now. Kunle is disgusted.
I'm absolutely disgusted.
Nam, congratulations. You have wheel knowledge. You saw it from the distance. You knew that Bottas is a liability. He's a shit driver, a dangerous driver. And you put it down, and that agenda landed. Fortunately,
I don't know how that landed, but that agenda is nasty.
Don't get even.
I think he might be the only guy in the world that had that agenda. He convinced me that Bottas caused the Grosjean crash in Sakir.
Remember? Oh, he showed us replays. He showed us
replays.
Yeah, he showed us replays.
Bottas is driving mad.
It was a first. Never mind. Let's just go past that because he said it, and it still makes no sense to me.
All right,
Grosjean was way at the back, but yeah. Let's go.
Next one is who is the biggest stan on Pitstop Fracas in the cast? We had a lot of different nominees, but like you just said, it's Mr. PR63 Chris.
Yeah,
by a long shot. I'm not gonna lie. That Chris and his George Russell agenda. If George Russell is not good next season, Chris is finished.
Bro, that guy changed his Twitter DP, man, to a George Russell pick. He changed his name to what? To PR63. Come on, man. Yeah.
Chris might need to run away from the country next year if George Russell is back.
It's nuts. And Richard as well. Richard, we're gonna put you in the pack still. I know you got stocks.
Wait, what?
Russell still. I know you got stocks.
No, Richard don't have Russell stock.
Yeah, but it's not big stocks. I've got stocks, but it's not big stocks.
I'm gonna say
Nam has Russell stocks. Nam has Russell stocks.
Oh yeah, Nam's got Russell stocks.
He's got big Russell stocks.
Yeah. Next one is angriest. Who's the angriest cast member?
Kwame.
People are listening. Like, okay, who's the angriest cast member? I've listened to the pod a lot of different episodes. Who do you think it's gonna be? By a landslide.
Who's yelling like a bad bee on Clubhouse?
It's brother Marks. It's brother
Marks, man. It's
Marks, we love you, but we love your rants. Even when he came in on the last race pod in Abu Dhabi, he did his thing, man. He did his thing, man. We love Marks.
We love Marks.
Shout out to Marks, man. Marks is a legend, man. We got biggest troll. Who is the biggest troll on Pitstop Fracas?
Fucking Tarek.
Yeah, this one was close. It was
who was
three
it?
People. So we had Tarek. Tarek's a nominee. Richard's a nominee, and Mark.
We're not Anik. Oh man.
We're not Anik.
No Anik.
Not Anik.
Anik beat the case.
Mark's won. Mark's again.
How did Mark's win that?
Nah, Mark's a good seed, man. But yeah.
Mark's again. Congratulations, Mark.
Mark's
You're coming on with 2 awards. No, you got 3 awards. You got 3
so
awards
far.
He's leaving with Sutton.
He left with something. He left with a lot.
The Leonardo DiCaprio man or Pitstop Fracas man. Well, not DiCaprio.
Next category we had was best tweeter, so best person that was off the account. Kunle, you're not on the account, so you're excluded
for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And the winner is me. I was shocked at this. For that now I've retired from tweeting. So, Richard,
hey, can I replace you?
You're gonna have to pick up the slack, guys. You can replace me.
I see that.
You can do all the selling Tampa propaganda you want.
Yep.
If you see tweets that are not Formula One like, you know it's brother Kunle.
You know it's
bring back the grid girls.
Boy.
All right,
boy. That was a joke, guys. That was a joke.
Too late. Been cancelled.
We've been cancelled now. Apologies.
No sort of sexism is condoned.
We have the categories. Best strip. I don't know why this is a category. I refuse to vote in this category.
Blame Alec.
I didn't even know what that was. The best strip on the grid.
I don't know. Boy, we see each other.
I think it was meant to be cast members, apparently, but
but okay, so I won that. I don't know how you can. I don't know. I refuse the award.
Moschino, Dior. Let me not say too much. Let me not say too much.
I'm a normal guy.
Patek, the Rolly,
Patek, Artem,
Casio, Crocs. Yeah.
Dior, Prada.
Worst drip award goes to Anik. And I think it's just solely from the hat that he wore the Santa hat the other day. Because that's just unacceptable.
And the shirt.
Remember? No, but people like
the episode where I was begging for likes on the shirt.
Yeah. Listen. People gave him the likes for the shirt still. Yeah. The last internal award was the best cast member. And the winner is Richard.
Wow.
What's your acceptance speech?
Boy, I'd like to thank everyone who voted. Shout out to my parents for raising a real nigga. Shout out to the streets. Shout out to everyone who voted, man. Appreciate that. You know, it's good to feel love, especially around Christmas time anyway. So happy to accept this award.
We're all winners. We're all amazing cast members. We've done amazing stuff this year. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching, thank you for rocking with us, man. We're gonna do even bigger next season, trust me. And thank you for listening. Thank you for giving us our support. So it's been a great year, and it's been a great season. Not gonna lie, even with the sour taste at the end, this season has been nuts in terms of Formula One action, and it's been a pleasure to let the world know our thoughts every week whenever something happens. So we'll keep on rocking. We're gonna be back in 2022. We're gonna be even better. So that's the end of the award show. That's the end of the award show. The last bit of the pod. What we're going to do is listeners' questions. We're going to finish them off. We had some left over from the previous pod. So let me get these up. Hold on a moment. Some juicy questions, to be fair. We got a question from SWVG Lord 1. Who had the worst predictions this year on the cast? I'm going to throw this out. Who wants to say it first? Who wants to give their nomination of the worst prediction?
It might be Nam still.
It might be Nam, bro.
Yes.
That Aston Martin and Vettel shout.
So for listeners that don't know, Aston Martin, he said Aston Martin's going to win Constructors and Vettel's going to be, what, P2?
Yeah.
That is a howler. So I think that's the worst prediction. Is that the worst prediction?
I think so, basically. I mean, we looked at the predictions, right?
We already did it at the beginning of the pod.
Yeah.
Let's go for the next one. Question from where do we are? Ray X Killy at Ray X Killy. Shout out to you, a long time listener. Who are your standout drivers this season, and what are your predictions for Constructors next season? So, Richard, I think you already said who your standout driver is, right? The most improved. The most improved.
More than one. I must prove, yeah.
We can give him more than one if you somebody that stood out to you.
Stand-up driver or stand-up draft?
Stand out. Who were your standout drivers this season, and what are your predictions for Constructors next season?
Okay, Max Lewis, obviously.
You're on mute.
Sorry.
You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Max and Lewis, obviously, signs. He's been really impressive this season. Of course, Bando Baby number 4. That's him. And Gasly, yeah, that's my top 5. Constructors predictions. I still expect Mercedes to come out on top, to be fair. I still expect them to come out the gates, fire them, hella smoke. I think maybe their closest challengers might be Ferrari, but that doesn't mean they'll be in the title race, so yeah.
Kunle, who was your standout drivers this season, and what are your predictions for Constructors next season?
Standout drivers, outside the obvious, Lewis and Max. Obviously, Lando Norris. I feel like Carlos Sainz had a very great season as well, and obviously, and of course Pierre Gasly, and the Alpine drivers too. I think they had great seasons as well, considering the machine they had. So they finished best of the rest behind the top 4, right? They finished fifth.
They finished fifth.
Yeah, fifth,
yeah. So they had a good year. So yeah. For Constructors next year, it's still hard to look past Mercedes. Like, it's a rolling machine. They're keeping the setup there, and they're bringing in George Russell, who a lot of people are predicting to be a better second driver than Bottas. Again, I never bet against Adrian Newey personally. As long as Adrian Newey is there in the Red Bull, I'm never betting against him. So it's still Mercedes, Red Bull, and I don't know, toss up. I want McLaren to be there, but if this season is anything to go by, there seems to be a lack of ideas in McLaren on how to improve the car. I don't even know who the chief engineer is. I don't know who the main person there is designing the car and working on the engine and working on the car is. So, it feels like Ferrari have a much more higher ceiling right now in terms of improving their car and being better than McLaren do. So it's a toss-up between Ferrari and McLaren for top 3.
Kwame, who's your standout drivers, and what are your predictions for Constructors next season?
So yeah, main guys, so obviously Lewis, Max. After that, I'd say Sainz. I'd say Gasly. I'd say Norris, Ocon, and Alonso as well. Them guys have all done a good season, all been consistent in points, all been mostly best of the rest. Predictions for Constructors next year, it's a tough one because we don't know what's going to happen next year. I still think Mercedes will be up there. I remember in the beginning they said they're focused on their plan on 2022. Then after from that, it's a bit of a free fall because I feel like Kunle should get closer, but I feel like Ferrari will be up there. I feel like McLaren's an interesting one. I thought they'd be up there at the beginning of the season, but now towards the end of the season they're kind of tailing off. Alpine, I think, might be up there. Red Bull obviously will still be up there. You know what I mean? Like Kunle said, Adrian Newey, that guy's one of the best designers of all time, so they're still up there. So it's gonna be close, but I still think it'll be similar-ish to this year. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, most of you guys, with the standout drivers, so I'm not going to repeat that. For Constructors, I'm going to go a bit different. I think Red Bull going to be up there because considering next year it's only basically it's a car change, it's not an engine change. So if the engine is still popping now, you got Adrian Newey just working on aerodynamics of a car, and looking a bit scary still. I think Ferrari as well. Ferrari will be up there competing, and I think Alpine. Alpine's a dark horse. That's my dark horse pick. They'll be up there. I don't think Mercedes power cars are going to do well, to be fair. So with McLaren, we got their engine. We got it at the wrong time, man. It's going to be looking like the early 2000s reliability issues. But we'll see what happens. But I'm not. These are really, really early predictions. Until I see testing, I'm not going to really make a firm prediction. To be fair, this is just out of the blue because Ferrari could fuck up, Red Bull could fuck up. You never know. And one thing that I will say is when regulations change, it's not always the same guys on top. So, like, assuming that Mercedes is going to be on top, unless they've got something in the regulations that's helping them out, I don't know if they're going to be the most dominant team again. Next question. We have, hold on a moment. We got a question from _RC7. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who that is on Twitter. But he says, "Hi guys, big fan of the pod. Can you tell me why Anik is not in prison for his Lewis will never see 100 comments?" Kunle, why is he not in prison?
I don't know. He should be in prison. Like, those comments were ridiculous. And till today, I refuse to acknowledge that man's name is spelled as ANIK in small letters. It would always be A capital N, small letter I, capital K. I mean, that was ridiculous. I've never seen a man go through so much emotions in one body and go through. And I was like, hundreds are not going to happen this season. And I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, why are you setting yourself up to, like, be dragged in the future? And it's like, yeah, trust me, man. That's why I'm going to Ferrari, because Mercedes are done. They're not improving the car. Look at Toto saying they're not bringing any improvements in. Never going to get 100. But we got 100 and more. You got 100 and change, B.
It's a ridiculous shot. You got to hold that, man. It's got to hold that, man. We didn't go hard on him on the season review pod, but yeah. Richard, I don't know if you want to answer that question as well. Why is he not in jail? Are we going to have to... I think he served his time. Has he served his time?
No. Absolutely no. Well, he hasn't served his time.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're going to have to deliberate on the Pitstop Council what we're going to do about this. For listeners that are unaware.
I think we should try it to the listeners. Listeners should say what the punishment should be.
Yeah,
you guys get to deserve the time. You know,
you guys at us Pitstop Fracas on Twitter or Instagram. Let us know what Anik's punishment should be for saying Lewis Hamilton will never get 100 wins, which is the most insane thing to ever say. We've got last question from the Tarmac Talk, Athena. Shout out to Athena, absolute legend. She said, "We finished the season as different people to who we were when it began. What has this season taught you, and one thing you would like to achieve for the pod next season?" So, Richard, what's one thing you learned from the season, and what's one thing you want to achieve on the pod next season?
That there's a lot of bozos in F1 Twitter. That's one thing I definitely feel. There's a lot of bozos in F1 Twitter. Fucking hell. But there's some nice people as well. You know, Athena's one of the good guys, if you will. One of the things I've learned. And what do I want to achieve next year with the pod?
What do we want to achieve on the pod next season?
To be all over the F1 content channels and shit, basically. Whether we hosting, presenting, talking, narrating, just invited backstage. Yeah, that's that. It sounds very ambitious, but fuck it. Look, it is what it is, fam. Do you know what I mean? Like, anything's possible nowadays. So you said just that well. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All we can do is grow, man. Kunle, what's one thing you learned from the season, and what's one thing you want to achieve in the pod next season?
One thing I learned from the season, from this sort of curating the F1 experience for people, producing content. I feel like it was a lot more easier to go through the moments, because I wasn't going through them alone, right? There was like a community, a group of people. Like, if last race happened 2 seasons ago, it might have been different. I might have felt a different way, because it would have been a bit harder for me to sort of deal with the emotions surrounding that. But there was like a whole community of content creators, of minority people, of people like, a lot of people felt the same pain, almost the same way. Some people more than others, but there were people out there to share that with. So I feel like this season taught me that. And what do I want to do with the pod next year? Bro, I don't know, man. I'm just here to chat shit. You guys are listening, and I'm just glad that people want to listen to us speak. Like, people watch us speak. People listen to us speak. We don't always get it right. Nah, fuck it. We always get it right.
We always get it right. Let's not.
We always get it right. Like, shout out to us. Shout out to us. A little bit of brag. Shout out to us. We done this shit. Nah, joking, man. Shout out to people I think I'll speak for everyone. We want to improve. We want to increase the viewership. We want to increase the listenership. We want to make the listening experience better for viewers and listeners, and probably get more collabs done next season. I mean, you guys have been doing it. You guys are going on other podcasts and doing your thing, making that name for yourself in the F1 world. So if we can get to a race or two next season, that would be an upgrade from what we've done this year. But regardless, I think the whole team's done a great job. Even people that never come on the pod, constantly giving us materials to talk about. Shout out people in the group chat. Shout out Ketch, especially. Shout out Celia. Shout out Nam. Shout out everyone, man. It's been a collective effort. So upwards and onwards.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. It's been a wonderful experience growing with everybody, and hopefully we can grow even more next year. Kwame, what was your thing that you learned from this season, and what's your one hope for next season for the pod?
Yeah, great question, Fino, because that's a very deep question. I'll say one thing I learned this year is keeping real. I didn't know there was this much brothers into F1 like that, and you create our own, own space, our own community, talking to different people, learning, different people like color, whatnot into F1, it's just, being great. And just, creating a community. But yeah, that's the thing. I didn't know there was like a space like this, isn't it? Like out there. I didn't know it's so small in the sense that like certain people I used to watch on YouTube like 2 or 3 years ago, we were collaborating them, shout out people like Tom, big guy in F1. Also shout out people like Quickstop, and like P on Pole. All them guys just, learn us to collab as well, for different people. Also shout out to all the guys on the GC as well, and on the chicane, just stuff like that. One thing I want to do next year is a pod. Well, I think the opportunity ends in the sky's the limit. Just keep doing our thing, we keep going. Might see us, on backstage on the grid. Next, Martin Bundle with them man there. Sometimes you might see us, on the paddock.
Reunited with your dad, mad thing.
Yeah, I know, man. It's been a while. But nah, honestly, like anything possible, man.
What, Brundle went out for cigarettes, never came back?
He went to get bread and come back.
Do you know what? It'll be like that Ian Wright meme. He says, "Oh, Mr. Whoever." That'll be
on the t-shirt. That'll be so.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Kwame, man. Yeah, hopefully you can get backstage. And yeah, some really good question, Fina. For me, I think one thing I learned is there's a huge community out there that love Formula One, and I'm just glad that we can make content for them. And one hope for the future, I think, get us out of race, man. If you're watching this right now and you got links, get us out of race, man. If you want your channel or whatever thing you want to pop, if you need F1, holler at us. Get us on backstage passes. Yeah, we're out here. But yeah, hopefully we can grow more and more. I think that's the last of the listeners' questions, and this is the last pod of the year. This is a little bit of bonus content for you to get you through the winter, and we will be back next season with more content, bit better and bigger. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Richard, Kunle, Kwame, for coming on, and thank you, listeners, for listening throughout the year. We will be back next year. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, guys.